All right, so the satellite was sitting outside. We got look at all this snow we have. What the hell? It's the end of April. It's ridiculous. Got a foot of snow. Anyway, so I had to have the satellite outside for a couple of days. It was piled with snow. I tried to brush it all off, and I brought it in here, and it's just an absolute swamp in here. I was going to start and do some wiring on this thing. Well, I'm not lying on my back and getting all wet. I don't want to ruin my nice clothes. So, I'm sitting out here contemplating life, looking at the car, and I thought to myself, okay, I got to answer a question for you guys. So everyone keeps telling me, well, for one, fix this fender. And I thought, I'm going to explain to you why I'm not going to fix this fender. Now, I know ratty muscle cars are kind of a in thing right now or whatever. I've liked ratty muscle cars since I was 15 years old. MURch can vouch for me. I've never had anything nice painted or whatever, like 1 or 2 cars. Anyways, so this fender, everyone keeps saying, yo, just pull it out, MURch can polish it, all this and that. It's hit right on this pinch weld, so I can see, like I can touch both sides of the metal. There's no way that's going to come out easy. I'm going to have to grind on it, use the puller, all those different things. The fender is pushed back in here, is all bent. Like the hood is fitting properly, the fender is not. It ain't happy. The other thing with this fender, once you start getting, so really, you have to take the fender right off. Well, I just painted the, all in here, make it look nice, so I don't want to ruin any of that to take the fender off. I should have done it beforehand if I was going to do it, and I didn't. Also, the fender just started to come through right here with some rust holes. Really what this thing needs is another fender. Now, everyone always says now, too, with this thing, paint it, paint it, paint it. I've already painted 2 panels or whatever, I might as well paint the rest. I hear you. I got two reasons why I didn't do it. One, it's an original once, and this is the original paint. As much as I could leave, I wanted to. That's my main reason. It also ties into being lazy. The second thing, there's so many little things in this car that you don't notice until it gets wet. Yeah. So the hood's hammered up. The cowl is hammered up. It's got in there. The roof is, well, just look at wherever it's wet, it's because there's a puddle, because it's a dent. The whole roof has got that. The deck lid.
I was trying to make it puddle again.
You're too short.
I'm too short.
The deck lid, same thing. 1, 2, just like 3. Like it's just, they're everywhere. So it's never ending. Up in the back here, you can just start to see. You can zoom in. It's just starting to rust there. You take that molding off, it's going to cause way more problems. And you can't just paint over that. I mean, now you're doing a half paint job, right? This piece here is twisted and broken. It was like that, obviously, because when this quarter panel was hit, this is all KO'd. The bumpers are all KO'd in. Where does it end? You know? Oh, that door actually had a big whammo in it, too. I want to show that. I painted that door. I didn't paint this. I think that's the way it went. Yeah, I didn't paint this door. But right up here, it's really hard to tell, but like it's just, it's like a little.
Oh, you can tell. Holy.
Yeah. So it's like a little old lady owned this thing. Every single panel, the only panel that isn't smacked up are the quarter panels I put on. So where does it end? It's not just a scuff and shoot. I know it probably looks that way on camera. This car does look nice. I edit the videos. I know it looks nice on camera. Sometimes I go back and watch because it makes me feel better about what I own. So, I mean, it's not like it needs door skins. You know, you could fix that. I get it. But now you're into it. You're sanding. You're screwing around. It's not, I don't think quite as quick as maybe it would appear to be on camera to make this thing paint ready. It would be, I think, a big job because every panel needs to be touched. And this thing is huge. Like, it's giant. For a mid-size car, it's ridiculous. Like I've had Tri-5s, which is a full-size Chevy, you know, whatever, 10 or 15 years older, I guess. They fit in here like nothing. This thing we're up against, it's a big car, which means the panels are big. And I was so impressed with the work I did on those quarter panels. I don't want to toot my own horn. Those are by far the best quarters I've ever put on. And to match that level everywhere else is it's just not for me. So there's that. Now again, my stuff sits outside. I mean, this was outside. It was a freaking blizzard. It was a nightmare. Go check out Danny's channel. I don't know when it's gonna be out, but to get this thing in the garage, I was bagging on it. spinning tires, had to hook a chain to it and dragging out the winch. It was just a nightmare. I kicked the door out of frustration.
I got that on camera.
So, I mean, there you go. I can't have nice things. My stuff sits outside. You know, as much as I'd love this to be a nice, shiny paint, all original, all this, all that, it's just not in my lifestyle. This is something we're gonna drive it. We're gonna leave it in parking lots. We're gonna leave it outside. It's gonna sit on the street. The second it's got plates on it, legit, it's going on the street until we want to drive it. We'll take it to the car wash. We'll run it through the car wash. Get the paint scuffed up. It is what it is. So those are my reasons. But I also think for you guys, you gotta be realistic with yourself. I know so many guys that have these gorgeous cars that just don't drive them because they're scared of screwing up the paint. Man, I got you beat. You just go enjoy the thing, right? So, I don't know. I think that's why, I mean, Ratty muscle cars, they're kind of, you know, I know they're in right now. I hope they stay in. I really do. Because, I mean, you can enjoy the stuff. You don't have to worry about it. You can sit in the garage if you want. If a shovel falls on it or whatever, it is what it is.
You're not going to be mad when you go to the grocery store or whatever and somebody dings it or...
Yeah, I mean, not that I want more dents in it or I want more rust. Maybe I don't want to sell it so hard that way. But in all reality, it's a solid car. It can be fixed. And the nice thing is, I mean, it doesn't have license plate for floors. It's not all full of fiberglass. What you see is what you get. So I think that's maybe another thing. People get confused that ratty cars are like unsafe or really half-assed built or whatever. I mean, you guys hopefully watch the videos on this, and I mean, this car had the money spent on it. It's been gone through. Everything you see, it maybe not as pretty as it should be, but it's a solid car. It's a good car someone could take to the next level. This is a perfect car to either just hop in and drive, and I mean, now with the driveline, the brakes, and everything's all been done to it, you can hop in this thing and drive to Alaska if you wanted to. You know, I don't see any reason why you wouldn't, or couldn't, I should say. Wouldn't is a different situation. But if you want to go drop this thing off at a body shop, you could pay a guy to fix it. Now, it's definitely not, like I said, a scuff and shoot situation, but it's available, it's there. You know, where does it end? I love the actual original color. Like, under hood green is cool on this car, and I would like to have it painted, but I'd feel so bad because I paint it and immediately put it outside. Like, I have that little Cobra Kit car. Well, it never gets in the garage. So it sits out in the rain, in the this, in the that. I mean, we have a cover for it, but Danny puts a cover on more than I do. I just don't care. I just drill some holes in the ground and she's good. The gauges are all fogged and stuff from being all like left out. I'm a bad owner. You know, I'm like a bad dog owner or whatever. I'm the problem with the cars. I'm a good dog owner. I don't hit the dogs or nothing. But yeah. So yeah, I just wanted to address why I think this car maybe just appears a little bit better on camera than it is, which is great, good for me. Hopefully I do the same, a little slimming, but you know, hot rods are meant to be enjoyed, and I think the second you start having them way too nice.
Well, and sometimes it's about picking one or two things that you really want, like, done to make it where you're going to enjoy driving it. Like, having these seats done makes me want to be in it more. A
nice interior. For the few miles I put on this thing, like literally I've just driven up and down the street and then back in, and most of it was in the snow. But I mean, it's quiet inside. There's not a lot of rattles. The heater works. The wipers work. You know, I'm going to get all the lights working and all that stuff. It's going to have new weather strip. All those things that make a car enjoyable to drive while you're sitting in it, I think are more important than having it look nice on the outside. But it's a rattle box, or it's got exhaust coming through. I mean, it's got the exhaust proper out the back. You just got to make sure you're spending your money in the right spot. I don't have a lot of money. I went over budget on this stupid car, but I think it'll be nice in the end. And hey, if we keep it for 5 years, maybe it will be painted or whatever, but ultimately I just think, again, I've said it before, we're just kind of the caregiver for the time being in this thing, and the next guy can do what he wants. But again, it's a good, solid car. So there you go. That's my little rant for the day about why I'm not fixing the fender. Email MURch. I need a MURch at ddsspeedshop.ca. I'll see if I can get that. And just tell him to fix the fender or something like that. All right. I'll see you guys on the next one.